Hey, this is Gambordella, and I'm about to show you combat conditioning for your legs. First thing you want to do is warm up with a lunge. So take your right leg, step as far forward as you can, drop this left knee down to 90 degrees, and come back up. Do 10 on each side, and switch it up. Then, you're going to do a reverse lunge. So you take that left leg, step far back, drop the knee, come back up. Do that 10 times on each side. Now that you've warmed up your glutes, let's do some squats, warm up the rest of the leg muscles. What you do, you drop your butt straight down. Straight down, here's 90 degrees, go down deeper than 90, touch your hands to the ground each time. All the way down, all the way up. Down and up. Do that 20 times. Then we're going to work our adductors and our adductors. So get down in a squat, shuffle, squat, shuffle, squat, shuffle. Do that about 20 times in each direction. You don't have to go back and forth, but that's what I do. Next, take a big step forward. We're going to just pump the muscle. So drop that knee down. You're only going to come up about a third of the way. And you're going to keep it there. Do this for 45 seconds straight. And then switch sides, 45 seconds straight. After that, squat. Go down to 90. Pump it just like this. 45 seconds. After this, what else should we do?
You did your jump and turn. You don't remember that routine, do you?
No, I don't. That's why.
I asked you if you did.
No, I didn't. All right, then let's work on exploding our legs. So we're going to get down in a squat. We're going to do a broad jump. So explode, land. That's about jumping as far as you can. Then we want to see how high up you can jump. So squat, jump as high as you can, turn to the left. Broad jump again, jump as high as you can, turn to the right. Always turn left, right, that way you don't get dizzy. Do this anywhere from 15 to 20 times. Then, let's do lunge switches. So you drop down, hop up, and switch. Drop, and switch. Drop. What you do, you want one leg about half a foot forward from the other. So my right leg's a little forward. Drop down to 90 degrees. This is your stance. First thing you're going to do, step forward. Lower your level and step forward. Step one. Step two, drop your level and shoot that knee as far deep as you can. So step forward, drop the level, penetrate the knee, and then the third step, boom, boom. This leg that's back here comes straight up, boom. So right here, forward, drop, knee, foot, and finish the shot.
Do it again.
So forward, drop, knee. Right here you already have a leg in your hands. Pull it towards you while you bring this leg up, and then finish. One more time. Here's my hands. Drop, forward, grabbing the knee, boom, and finish.
Okay, now demonstrate. Okay, we're going to demonstrate how this will work in a mixed martial arts fight. So you're fighting the guy. Give me fighting stance. If you're fighting the guy, you're going to shoot. Are you going to shoot on that leg? Is my leg this leg forward?
The other leg.
Well, you're going to have to shoot to this side. You can't shoot that side. So you're fighting the guy. You're going to shoot and hit his first. His front leg for an attack. So he's bobbing and weaving. You're dropping down, getting out of the way. And you shoot in. Drop step. Take it. Now you pick my throw him to the ground. And that's a single leg. Well, that's a double leg. This is a double leg. So he punches, you drop out of the way, you shoot in, you hit it, look how his head is straight, his back is straight. He's on his knees, he picks him up, takes it to the side, and throws him over. Do it bad. What you'll see 90% of people do bad is they'll come here and they'll wind up with a low sprawl like that so they can just push you out of the way, or else they'll just bend at the legs, like I do. A lot of times, they're bending here, you don't have any strength, you're not going to do anything. One thing you want to look out for when you do the drop step, in your combat conditioning, come in and shoot, is you want to protect your head so he can't get his thing. So you want to put it there so he can't get a guillotine, so you want to throw him on his butt before he does the guillotine on you. Show him a single leg.
For a single leg, it's the same steps as before. Drop down, penetrate, and shoot, except you're going for one leg. So drop down, take your step, boom, just grab that leg.
Pick up. You're both picking me up.
Once you have this leg in between yours, you can bump and pull it up to here. The outside arm, not the inside arm. Right there. This hand up as far as you can. Then you can just hit them and they'll fall.
Now do the one where you pick them up in the air.
What do you mean?
Where you got to double pick them up in the air.
What is it called?
I don't know. Where you're picking me up there when they do the slams.
If you want to do a fancy double leg, when you're down here and you're deep in on your shot and you have both legs, all my strength is right here in both of these feet. So I can just pick it up and slam. And in line for these drop steps, you can do a drill called duck walks. Right here, see how my leg's at 90 degrees? All I'm doing is leaning forward. This knee goes to the ground. This other knee comes up to 90. And I do it again. Alright? So you'll do like 25. You can just keep going and going. You can turn around and keep going. And you want to have your head up, your back straight the entire time you do this. You don't want to be like this, otherwise you'll end up down on the ground when you're trying to do your shot. So head up, back straight, always in a position where you're ready to explode from the ground.
It shows how to defend the shot, shows how to sprawl, and explain how people do it wrong.
The best defense when somebody shoots on you is to sprawl. This takes timing, this takes practice. The main thing they're trying to do is get to your legs. So you have 5 lines of defense. You have your hands, you have your arms, you have your hips, you have your, no, let me start over. You have your hands, your arms, your head, your hips, and then you have tricks. But basically you keep your hands out in front of you. If they're shooting on your legs, try to keep them at bay with your arms. Your hands, if they get past your hands, try to use your arms. If they get past that, have your head there and ready to do something with that. After that, there's the hips, and that's where the sprawl comes in. As soon as they shoot in, you throw your hips backwards, just like that. That way they can't get to your legs, they get to your hips instead. Just like that. So ideally, you just want your hip to fall straight to the ground. They're shooting at this right leg, because that's the leg that's forward. That's what they're going to be shooting for. I want to throw it to the ground and get my hips there as fast as I can. Just like that. So you can just literally pull your feet out from underneath you and catch yourself with your hands. But ideally, you want to throw your hips into them. So you're not only sprawling backwards, but you're thrusting forward at the same time. So when they shoot on me, I throw my hip in, and they collapse to the ground. They can't get to my legs anymore. We're going to do what's called Hindu squats next. we're going to do what's called Hindu squats next. And the whole principle behind this is that it works your glutes a little bit more than a normal squat would. Right here, I'm working mainly my quads and a little bit of hamstring, but when I get down deep, my glutes are worked more and more. That's the key to a Hindu squat. You touch your hands to the ground, your butt goes down below 90 degrees. So touch the ground and come up, down, up, down, up. And if you're advanced, you can do a little bit of a jump. Control yourself on the way down.
Okay, jiu-jitsu push-up.
And then, oh man, I have a million push-up things.
Do it, start doing it. This is a jiu-jitsu or Hindu push-up.
All right, next I'm going to show you some push-up workouts for your triceps, your chest, and all that. So the funnest one, the most advanced one, is probably the swing through push-up. So you want to be down in somewhat of a normal push-up position. Your butt's up a lot more than normal. What you do, your head and your chest are going to go down, swing through, and come back up. So what you do is go down to the ground, swing through, pause, and then swing back through. If you want it to be a little bit easier, you can swing through and then just move your butt. But ideally, swing through, swing back. Keep your chest as low to the ground the entire time you do it. Next, we're going to do what I call standing bear crawls. So you keep your legs straight, shoulder width apart, feet are always pointed at 12 o'clock. And ideally, what you want to do is keep your legs straight the entire time. Go down slowly, touch your hands to the mat, crawl all the way out to a push-up position. If you're more advanced, you can do a push-up here, then crawl all the way back slowly. Each hand movement's just going about one hand at a time. You're not going 2 big steps, tiny. Keep your elbows bent. Don't lock them out or you could get injured. So tiny steps, all the way out and all the way back. Then, if you want to get some blood flow into your shoulders, we can do a mountain climber. So you come up on your hands just like this, and you pull your knees in to your chest, right here. And keep your elbows bent. The closer you are to the ground, the more pressure there is on your shoulders, and the more blood that's going to flow to them.
Do that again, we go all the way past your arm and put your leg on the outside. That's what we used to do.
Huh?
So you go here, you go here.
Okay. Oh. Another variation of the mountain climber, the more advanced one, you bring your foot as far forward as possible. This is going to work your obliques and your core a little bit more. But right here, right here. Instead of to your chest, you can swing out slightly and try to bring your foot to your hand each time. That way you work your abs a little bit. Okay.
Do this.
Wait, I haven't leg push-ups.
Good.
This next one, these are called alternating push-ups. So you're right here in a push-up position. Notice that I'm completely flat. I'm not up, I'm not down. But what you want to do here, elbows slightly bent, you're just going to slowly rotate all your weight onto one arm, down just as slow as you came up. That's half the workout. And then switch. Up slow, down just as slow. Up, down, up, down. Up slow, down just as slow as you came up. All right. These next ones are called TikToks. So what you do, you want your hands in the middle, just like a diamond. What you're going to do is come out to the right, bring your hand to it. Back to the middle, then you're going to the left and bring another hand to it. Right here. TikToks. You can do this for 1 minute. If you're less advanced, just do it like this. Bring the right hand out, middle, left hand up. But if you're more advanced, you bring that other hand to it each time. That way there's more weight on this arm that's holding all the load. If you want to work your triceps, you can do what's called diamond push-ups. So your hands are going to be just like a diamond. You're dropping your chest right in between your hands. So to set this up right here, notice my chest is going to fall right where my hands are. Right here, down slow. You don't want your elbows out like this. This strains your shoulders. It's unnecessary. Keep your elbows in tight to your body. Down slow. Elbows are tight. And back up. This is all tricep and somewhat of the middle of your chest. If it's a little bit hard, which it should be, stay on your knees. And don't keep your butt up in the air and do it like this. Stay on your knees, keep your hips in. Go down slow and up slow. The only weight you're taking off is your calves. People call them girl push-ups, but they're modified.
Put them on the block. You're pop there now.
Huh?
One hand on the block. If you push up, other hand out on the block. They use their ball.
Yeah. All right.
Tell them you can use a ball or a block.
Next thing you're going to do, you can do with either a ball, some sort of small medicine ball, or block, a wooden block, something that's somewhat easy to move. So we're going to do alternating stretch push-ups. So you're right here, one hand's on the block, one isn't. You can do this one of two ways. You can just stick to one arm and do as many push-ups as you feel like, 10 to 15 to 20, right there. Or you can try to switch it up each time, make it a little bit harder. So go down deep, switch it up, boom. That just makes it harder on you. But make sure you take your time, there's no rush. Get positioned and push up. Now every push-up that I showed you earlier is made a little bit harder if you use a block, or even harder if you use medicine balls. But don't try that till you feel like you're ready. But basically what these allow you to do is work on your balance a little bit more. It's not quite as stable, and it lets you stretch your chest out a little bit more as well. So you go down deep, feel it stretch your chest, and then come back up slow. You can do that with the swing throughs. Come down even deeper than before, come back up, swing back through. Down deep. Before I would have to stop right here. Now I got an extra 4 inches of stretching. Swing throughs, down deep, and back up.
Put those for triceps. Would you like that? Tricep. Yes.
These can also be used to work your triceps out a little bit. So, to do that, it's pretty simple. You want to keep them as close to your hips as possible. Keep your elbows as close to your rib cage as possible. Lean forward just like this. Down deep and up. Down deep and up. You probably want your feet a little bit closer in. Keep these legs limp. They can help you if you need them to, but you don't have to use them. So down deep and up. This is really just going to pump up your tricep. You should do these probably after you try the diamond push-ups out.
Knuckle push-ups. All the push-ups in my knuckle. Makes your hands and wrists tougher. It makes your punching powerful and your wrists stronger.
Another way you can do all these workouts is with your knuckles. It's going to strengthen your wrists. It's going to help out with carpal tunnel. It's going to help out with your strength, your grip. So what you do, just like this, just like normal push-up, except your wrist is doing a little bit of the work. Right here. Normal push-up. Right here. Swing through. It's just a little tougher on your wrist.
You can do with your first two knuckles if you want to go down to the street.
If you want it to be, if you want this to actually strengthen your knuckles a little bit, try to keep all the weight on these first two ones so you can flatten them out for fighting. But one more different kind of push-up you can do here with your hands or your knuckles. These are pump push-ups. So you're right here, go down low all the way, only come up about halfway each time. And you're just pumping and using your chest right here. Nice and slow. And with all of these push-ups, it's really important you keep your stomach tight and your glutes tight. If your glutes aren't tight, your lower back is going to strain. Your back will just end up getting hurt. If your stomach's not tight, if it's loose, if it's poking out, your stomach's naturally going to poke out any time that you strain your stomach. So always keep your stomach tight. That way it doesn't look like you have a belly. Keep your glute tight. That way it doesn't hurt your lower back.
All right, see if you can do this. This is the world's hardest push-up. That's one for you. Get down here on your hands and knees. Put your hands in here. Arch up like this. Off of your fingertips. Now this looks pretty easy, but 90% of people in the world can't do it. Try it. Now I saw you using my elbows there. If you can do it without your elbows, you're really Superman. And do some fingers to push up there.
So these are normally called toothpicks or pencils because you're out as far as you can. Right here, stomach tight, and just coming up. This works your lower back quite a bit. But if you want to build your strength up to be able to do these, since they should be pretty hard, just get in a normal push-up position, crawl out as far as you can, and just hold it. Try to hold it as long as you can. 1 minute, 45 seconds. Give yourself a goal and give yourself a clock.
Do a couple of them like that. Stretch stuff out so you can do some.
Huh?
Stretch stuff out and do a couple. That's the hardest push-up in the world. That's what's going to go. You're sick.
So all the
Back
way
up,
up.
back up, back up, back up.
Oh.
Hands out.
All right.
This is the world's hardest push-up. You say it.
This is probably the world's hardest push-up. So right here, all the way out, like a pencil, drop down and up. Drop down and up. Do as many of those as you can. Another one, this is called the spider. So, you're in a normal push-up position. What you want to do is get your legs out as wide as you can. Get your arms out as wide as you can. You can drop down and do wide push-ups, or you can just hold it right here. 45 seconds, a minute, as long as you can. That's going to work your core, your chest, a little bit of everything. One more way you can do all these is with your fingers hips. So, to do that, it's pretty self-explanatory. You put your fingers on the mat, on the ground, and you do your push-ups like that. Down slow, up slow, down slow.
See if you can do it on this.
And it's real important that you go slow when you do them on your fingers because they can break. If you want it even harder, you can use 3 or 2 fingers.
Do it on your knees if you can.
Just like this. Oh!
So are you going to not make it noise?
I'm not really doing it now.
Okay. You're going to do a thumb push-up. Bruce Lee used to push up on his thumb.
I can do these.
But try it. Use your knees.
So I'm going to use 3 fingers, and since it's hard, if you just want to build your strength up like I am, you can do them on the knees just like that.
Find one arm push-up.
Another way to do a push-up is just with one arm. Those are pretty tough. You're probably not going to be able to do it with your feet straight, your arms behind your back like that. So what makes it a little bit easier is if you bring these legs out here, drop your chest to the hand. So drop down and come back up. Drop down. It's impossible.
All right. Let me stop this one. Okay.
Another way you can do these push-ups, a different fun push-up, these are clap push-ups. So what you do, you go down right here, you're gathering all your energy, you're exploding up, and you're clapping and landing again. If you're more advanced, you can do a really hard push-up and clap behind your back. Oh, it's really tough. I can't even do it. But if that's too tough, you can just drop down, touch your chest with one hand, touch your chest with the other hand. One other type of push-up. This is going to work your chest and your explosiveness. This is a 5-pointer. Step 1, drop down. Step 2, hands. Step 3, kick out. Step 4, push up. Step 5, up. So down, out. 1, 2.
Do it like you're doing from a sprawl. Sprawl push up.
If this was like a sprawl, pretty simple. If you want to incorporate these 5-pointers with your sprawls, just pop your hips in each time. Pop down, push up, and up. Sprawl, boom, and up.
Okay, let's do your bridges. Wrestling bridges, and you're going to walk around and do those. And you walk and stuff. Can you see it?
Yeah, I know what bridges are.
Good.
Bridges?
Yeah, do bridges. Let's do push up like this too. Do that.
If you want to switch these push-ups up even more, you can start moving your legs. So, right here, push up, pull that leg upwards as you go down. Boom. And switch. Boom. Boom. This is going to work your lower back and your core a little bit more. So, boom. Boom. If you want it even harder, you can try to touch your hand when you come up.
Do your bridges and your wall crawl. We're strengthening our neck now.
One of the important things you need to have strength in that most people naturally don't in mixed martial arts is your neck. The only way to build that is either by wrestling or by bridges. There's not very many neck machines in gyms. So, to strengthen your neck, you want to start off kind of just putting your head on the mat, just like this, and rolling it around, left and right, back and forth. I need more mat.
Tell them they want to make sure you have a nice mat.
You want to make sure that the mat you're doing this on is thick enough where you're not hurting your head. Otherwise, you'll be uncomfortable. But to start off, you just want to support yourself with your hands. Put your head on the mat. Roll forward, left, and right. Forward, left, right. When you get more advanced, you can do it without your hands right here. Forward, left, right. Once you get even more advanced than that, come up on your feet while you do it, still supporting yourself with your hands. Boom, boom, boom. And finally, you can just use your head. So right here, hands, rolling it out slowly. That's the forward bridge. Here's the backwards bridge. You're right here. Arch your hips up. Use your hands to help yourself out. Nice and slow. When you're more advanced, you can switch off from these. So you can start off in your backwards bridge. Flip it over. Flip it over. Ah! I'm not advanced enough.
Walk around and do that.
I crack my back.
Do you all walk?
Oh. When you're more advanced, you can crawl around in a circle. Notice my head was facing the same way the entire time, and I just walked my feet around. What am I doing now? And finally, there's wall walks. This stretches your abs, your lower back, works your shoulders a little bit. It's pretty simple. You just grab a wall behind you and crawl down it slowly, and then crawl back up.
Now do the wall squat.
To warm up for that, you keep your hands right here and you bridge yourself upwards. Bridge yourself upwards. Stretch your lower back.
Hop up, hop up.
Huh?
Do your jump up.
I don't think I can do one right now.
Try.
If you ever find yourself on your back and you need to get up real fast, you kick ass. Put your hands right here, pop your feet up, and explode. If you're more advanced, you can just use your feet. You don't have to use your hands.
Be against the wall. You squat. Tell them when you used to do this, whenever you're tired, here's how we have to relax.
Whenever you're tired and you're at the end of your leg workout or your workout, there's several different pauses you can do. You can do a lunge pause right here. Hold it right here, 90 degrees. Switch it up. Hold it right here. A minute on each leg. You can come to the wall. You can try to do one-legged squats. 45 a minute on each leg. Make sure you're down to 90 degrees. And then the hardest one at the very end of a workout, right here, 90 degrees, hands out, stomach tight, back straight for 1 minute.
Handstands.
Another tough thing to do, especially near the end of a workout, are handstands. So what you do, find yourself a spot on the wall, put your hands about 1.5 feet away, hop up, let your feet catch you. This wall's not going anywhere. So hands about 1.5 feet away from the wall, and then just let your feet catch the wall. If you're really advanced, you can do push-ups from here.
Can you do this?
Real big? Yeah.
It's easy.
If you want to stretch your back, your shoulders, your lower back, a little bit of the legs, you can do rolls just like this. If you want to really get into it, bring your feet up over your head and pause right there.
Can you do that?
What?
Knees.
What's he doing?
Sitting on your knees and sitting back. Exercise.
Yeah, that's an exercise. Another one you can do, feet out straight, sit on your butt, sit straight back. This is going to really stretch your quads and your ankles out. Come back up. Ab work. Here. Sit-ups.
Any other wall exercises you do, or any other? Let's do these steps.
Okay, let me show you some sit-ups now. We're going to go through a little sit-up routine. So the first thing you want to do, get some blood flowing to your abs. So to do that, we're going to do toe touches. Hands are up above your head. Bring your feet up first. Once your feet are up, reach. Down slow. Don't let your feet hit the ground. And come straight back up. Keep your legs straight and reach each time. You don't want to reach too soon, otherwise you're going to be right here and your feet are barely up. Bring your feet up about halfway, then start to reach. Try to get your shoulder blades off the ground each time. That's going to work the middle. The oblique version, the side of your abs. Hands over the head, opposite arm, opposite foot. Opposite arm, opposite foot, right arm, left foot, left arm, right foot. One other ab workout, these are called jackknives. Your hands are behind you, your feet are in tight, straighten out as far as you're comfortable with, and back up. If you're more advanced, you don't need to use your hands to help yourself out. But these hands are here to help you, so keep them back there. Down slow, up slow. That's the normal version. The oblique version, you drop one elbow, drop the other elbow. So drop your right elbow, drop your left elbow. My feet are still going out the same, but my elbows are dropping alternately. Right elbow, left elbow. Do that about 20 times on each side. Do the normal jackknife 30 to 40 times. Toe touches 30 to 40. Alternating 20, about 15 to 20 times on each side. Another ab. Here's a good routine. Feet up straight, reach. 25, bend your knees at 90 degrees. Reach for your heels. 25, feet flat, hands flat. Reach for your heels. 25, pull your feet in tight. Bring your hips up, reach up and over. 25, there's 100. Here's your bonus 25. Put your feet together, spread them like a butterfly, and reach through. 25. After you do all that, you can burn your abs out. Do crunches, just like this. Legs are at 90 degrees, elbows touch the knees each time. Do these for a minute straight. Make them burn. After that, bicycles. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, just like that. Bang those out. 1 minute. Into that, leg lifts. Your hands go underneath your butt so your lower back isn't strained. Your feet are out straight and you're bouncing just like this. Not all the way up and down, just about 1 inch to a foot off the ground for 1 minute. Then your abs should really be burning. And to finish it off, you want to do a plank. Right here, all your weight is on your elbows. My elbow is underneath my shoulder. It's not forward, it's not backwards. Right here. Notice my back is straight. I'm not dipping, I'm not up, I'm straight. My glutes are tight, my stomach's tight, and I'm looking down. Another plank for your obliques is a side plank. Again, my elbows underneath my shoulder. Both my feet are out here. My shoulders are straight with each other. I can either push this hand and come up slow, or I can hold it right here. And then you can switch sides. Hold the middle plank for a minute. Each side one for 30 seconds.
Do one leg squats.
The hardest thing you can do for your legs would probably be one-legged squats. So, to do those, you can either hold on to something to help yourself out, or if you're more advanced, you can do them just like this. Feet straight, put this leg out. It doesn't matter if it's straight out or just kind of off the ground, but all you want to do is drop down straight. All you want to do is drop down straight and come back up. Drop down, come up. Drop down, come up. Simple.
Can you do these? Where your hands against the edges while you're working your neck on the wall. You need that way. Huh? Here, and then
And then there's plenty of two-man exercises you can do to strengthen yourself. If you want to work on your hands and your coordination, you can fight your hands right here. If you want to work your triceps, we can pummel. So to pummel, one person's right here, my hand's underneath his, this hand's over his. And what I want to do is dig through this hand to try to get underneath him. While I'm doing that, he's coming over and digging through my other hand, right here. If you want it to be hard, you just keep your elbows tight and really fight for a position. This is pummeling. Even harder, just jog in place while you do it.
against the wall when they're fighting.
Again, you see that in UFC, they'll be against the wall, they're right here. You want to get their fighting for an inside position so that they can grab here and throw them.
So you want to get your underhooks.
That's one two-man workout. Another one, if you want to work your biceps, your core, and he wants to work his chest, you can do wheelbarrows. So what you do, one of you gets down in a push-up position, hands down on his legs, and then you can walk backwards and forwards. It's really simple. You can do push-ups like that too. Another one that you can do for your abs, you can do throw down leg lifts. So one of you grabs the other one's ankles, heads between the feet, go down, he throws it down. What? Oh. Feet up, throws them down. You can throw them to the left, throw them to the right. Just like that.
One of the things you want to practice is your head tying. This for Muay Thai, how to do the clinch for Muay Thai.
You want to be protecting yourselves at all times, so you always want your hands in tight, but you also want to be fighting hands, fighting head position, you know? So you grab the back of their head just like this. I make a C with my hand right here. I snap him down. This is working his lower back, his neck, and at the same time he's doing it to me. So I'm working on my core, my back, my neck, and we're fighting right here. Another two-man thing you can do, one of you can get down on all fours, just like, just in a referee position, on all fours. So one of you can get down on all fours, the other one faces his rear, comes down, reaches over, pulls him up, and squats.
Oh, do the run around.
Oh, wait, right here, come up and pull. Another one, if you want to work your core and your balance, you put your chest on his back, your hands behind, and you spin around. When you're in a fight and you're grappling, you want to get behind him. He's going to try to stop you. This is going to help you with that muscle memory. Another thing you can do, if he's on all fours, he wants to work his lower back, you can come right here and you can do some dips on the person. It'll work their lower back, it'll work your triceps.
You know what I mean?
And
Do outside control, arch up.
Side control.
He's lying over here, you can do an arch up. Did you arch up? Arch up and push away.
Oh. Arch up and away.
If you really, as you get advanced, one of the things you want to do in your combat conditioning is your breathing. So I teach an exercise, you put your feet shoulder width apart, then you're going to take your hands, put them together, breathe in, through your nose, out through your mouth, straight up, to the side, straight forward, straight down. Now watch. Now when you learn this right, this is called hard chi, and you can let the person practice punching you, and you don't get hurt when they punch. You practice it in your ribs. And you even practice it in your throat. So when you learn to break combat conditioning, you can have someone hit you as hard as you can. You're not going to get injured at all. I do your routine. That's it.
We'll start off with the number 5 and build your way up to 10. So 5 squats right here, starting off. Drop straight down, no rest in between any of these 5 push-ups. Or you can do 5 swing throughs. 1. Straight to your back. 5 toe touches. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hop straight back up. Now you're at number 6. 6 squats. 6 push-ups. 6 toe touches. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7.